Putting an end to the rape kit backlog. According to the Department of Justice, a national crime victimization survey was conducted in 2018, and it showed that in the United States alone, somebody is sexually assaulted every 73 seconds of the day. Every 73 seconds. When this happens, whether the victim is alive or if they're deceased or were killed while this rape happened, a rape kit is done to collect any and all types of DNA possible that could one day lead to identify the assailant or perpetrator. Rape kits are very, very expensive to be tested, and this is why the rape kit backlog exists. Um, on average, it costs police departments anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 just to process one single rape kit. So, with that being said, these rape kits are stored in places like closets, warehouses, and even trunks in almost every police department across the world, just waiting for there to be funds to be tested. And this, more often than not, ends up destroying the evidence that was ever collected. So the victim never would get peace, nor the family. And the perpetrator would never be caught. There are over 400,000 victims of sexual assault and rape each year alone in the United States. From the extensive days and hours of research that I have done, I've come to the realization that so many criminals are free, and so many victims and family members are scared, terrified, brokenhearted, and left with no answers on what happened, why it happened, who did it. They have to live their lives in fear. Today, you will see why you should donate money and to also encourage others to donate money towards the testing of all of these backlogged rape kits. Because if something ever happened to you, you would only hope people would donate money to get your test done. If police stations had the funds to run these rape kit tests, there could possibly be amazing DNA evidence to directly link somebody as the killer or the rapist. And this isn't a new problem either. From what I found, this has been a very, very discussed topic in the United States since 2006. But the reason police departments are so hesitant to spend so much of their funds on testing these kits is because only 60% of these DNA rape kits come back positive and with a match. So they don't want to spend all of that money just to come back with no answers. According to a journal article I actually found, when rape kits are not tested, hence the suspect is never caught, they will keep committing sexual rapes, things like that, because they think they're invincible. They'll commit, on an average, 26 additional sexual assaults because they think they're invincible. And without having the adequate funds to ever run these rape kits, they honestly are invincible. Their DNA will never have a chance to be tested, and they will just keep continuing their crimes, hurting families, killing people, tearing families apart, destroying lives. The only solution to this problem is to donate to organizations all across not only the country, but the whole world, really. On endthebacklog.org, you can donate money towards the cause of getting these backlogged rape kits tested, helping hundreds of thousands of people receive the justice they deserve. Without these donations, the rape kits will sit for days, weeks, months, and even years without being touched. This cause is especially important to me because a family friend of mine was raped and murdered in 1987, Marcia Jean Burkett. And her rape kit is still to this day sitting in the back of a closet in Atlanta, Georgia, because there aren't enough funds to test it. She was a 19-year-old beauty who had such a great future ahead of her from what I've heard from her friends and family and my family. She received a full scholarship to attend a fashion design college in Atlanta, Georgia. She loved fashion and she loved clothes. Marcia was actually my mom's babysitter from when my mom was around 3 years old up until she was 10 years old because she moved to Atlanta and then ultimately was raped and murdered. She loved fashion from an early age. Ever since she started babysitting my mom, she used to sew doll clothing for my mom's baby dolls. And we still have those, and those are things that we will treasure forever. Um, After Marcia left Pennsylvania and arrived to Atlanta to pursue her dreams of designing clothing and being in fashion, she was raped and killed just after 1 week of being there. 1 week. Imagine having a loved one or a close friend sexually assaulted and or even murdered and knowing that their perpetrator is walking the streets all because the police department can't afford to get the rape kit tested. They can't afford to get answers. Now, how horrible is that? That is enough reason to donate to such a cause. This causes many victims to feel like what happened to them isn't being taken serious. It makes them think that it wasn't a big deal because the police aren't testing. They're not testing the evidence. With these monetary donations, cold cases are able to be reopened and have DNA collected and tested. And with that being said, I want nothing more than for Marcia's family and herself to get justice that she deserves. Her family needs answers. Marcia's parents are in their mid-80s now, and quite frankly, we don't know how much time they'll have left before they're reunited with her. And they deserve answers before they die. Families across the nation deserve answers. Victims deserve answers. So please, help end the rape kit backlog and donate, donate, and donate. Even $1 helps. Like one single dollar. Because if this happened to you, wouldn't you want somebody to get the person who did this to you and put them away? That's the only way it can happen. And it's a sad reality in today's world. But that's just the truth. And I wish I could give all of my paychecks to get Marcia's rape kit tested, but it's hard. It's hard when there are so many. There are thousands in each police department that just go sitting there, and the evidence could be destroyed because they have to wait so long to get the money. But as I mentioned before, you can go to endthebacklog.org to donate money towards this cause. You can also donate money and create fundraisers towards ending the rape kit backlog by going to rainn.org, RAINN.org. Another popular organization is the Joyful Heart Foundation. And you can also donate there at joyfulheartfoundation.org. And one last organization I would like to recommend is called Unite Against Rape. And you can find information on their website, uniteagainstrape.org, on how exactly you can donate. Donations can be as little as $1, like I said. Please help end the backlog. Please help these families get justice and help the victims. They deserve answers because nobody deserves this to happen to them. But hopefully you understand why donating money to organizations like I mentioned I hope you understand why it's so important for the families and the victims. And it's just $1, even if it's just $1. The rape kit backlog will never end unless donations are made. They're just going to keep piling up and piling up and piling up because these people aren't being caught. So they think they can just keep doing it. And it's a terrible reality, but it's the truth. In order to fully understand why this is such a problem in the world, I highly encourage you to do research. Call your local police departments and ask how many rape kits they have in their backlogged area. The numbers will honestly astound you and make you sick. Do something before it's too late and evidence is destroyed. I never knew my mom's babysitter, Marcia. However, I really wish I had the chance to. I wish she wasn't raped and I wish she wasn't murdered, but I pray they get justice for her. She didn't deserve what happened to her, nor did the other hundreds of thousands of individuals that this happened to as well. They all deserve answers. And the key to getting these answers is only one word: donate.